Hey beautiful people, welcome back to a new video on our channel Read Travel Become. Let's talk about some situations. Let's say you have developed a reading habit, you are in the habit of reading, or you strongly want to develop a reading habit. You started reading some books, but after reading those books, after finishing those books, you feel that you're not able to retain everything from that book and you're not able to fully grasp what was written in the book. Let's say when you're at a party or when you are at a social event, somebody asks you and they ask you what were you reading, and you tell them you're reading this book, and then you tried explaining what the book was all about, and then suddenly you are stuck and you don't remember anything that you've read from the book. This happens because you're not reading the books effectively. If you are in a similar situation, if you feel similarly, then this video is for you. For those who are new on my channel, hi, my name is Avdut, and on this channel I make videos related to books, productivity and travel. I've been reading since the last 4 to 5 years, and every year I make sure to change strategies around being an effective reader. Now what happens is, these days we have a lot of information overload around us. There's content everywhere. You find content on the internet, you find content in social circles, there are Instagram reels, there are YouTube videos, everywhere there's just a content overload. And it's very important these days that whatever you are reading, whatever book you're picking up, and all of these content and all of this short content feels like they're going to fix your life. And you feel that reading a book is a lot of investment. It's actually investing a lot of your time and energy. So you have to make sure that whatever book you are reading, you have to retain the most out of it and you have to get the most value out of the book. I have tried a lot of techniques to be an effective reader, and in this video I'm going to share 5 very easy to implement and actionable tips to be an effective reader. These 5 tips would be very beneficial for you to retain most out of the book and to get the most value out of any book that you are reading, be it a fiction book or be it a non-fiction book. Also, at the end of the video, the 5th strategy is going to be the most important, where I'm going to discuss in depth how I take notes from a book. I'm going to explain this through Notion. That is going to be the end of the video. So make sure you watch the video till the end. You may never know which thought or fact may resonate with you and change the course of your life. So let's get started. The first strategy to be an effective reader is called priming. I call it priming. Let's take an example of riding a bicycle. When you first started riding a bicycle, when you were first trying to learn how to ride a bicycle, you always felt that you need to get a momentum to get that balance, right? You cannot straight away hop on a bike and get that balance. To get that balance, you need to have momentum. Similarly, I feel when you are in a reading process, when you want to develop a reading habit, you want to read books effectively, you need to have a momentum. And the best way to get this momentum is by priming yourself by reading a lot of easy stuff first. Whenever I'm stuck at some point of time, whenever I'm stuck in a reading slump, I always pick up easy short stories. I pick up fiction books. Now this is very important. I always pick up fiction books to get some momentum, and then I pick up the heavy non-fiction literature through which I want to get most value out of. This helps because fiction is very easy to read, and especially when you pick up short fiction books and short, let's say thriller books are the best ways to get yourself primed. I've made a lot of videos on book recommendations related to thriller books. You can find those videos on the I button here. When you read thriller books, you constantly have an urge to know what happens next, and you finish the book. You won't even understand you finished the book. Recently, I read the book Maidens, which was written by the author of The Silent Patient, and I read that book in one sitting and I was in a reading slump. That's how easy it is to read thriller books. So pick up a fiction book. Finish 2 or 3 fiction books. Once you have the momentum, then it's very easy for you to pick up heavy books, pick up books which you actually want to implement in your life. I personally believe that whenever you are reading a book, you don't have to put in a lot of energy and effort into reading that book. A book is supposed to be a journey, supposed to make you feel something, it's supposed to make you think something. I'm currently in a university and people see me reading in a cafe, reading in a library, reading somewhere in the garden, and they come and ask me, how are you putting in so much time and effort into reading a book? The first question is this: they always feel that I'm putting a lot of effort, but it's just that I'm not putting any effort. I'm just in my zone, I'm just in the momentum, and it's very easy for me to finish books. So yeah, this was the first strategy. Get yourself primed with the habit of reading. Start with fiction books and only then come to non-fiction books. The next strategy to become an effective reader is practicing concurrent reading. Now what do I mean by concurrent reading? It simply means that reading multiple books at one time. Now what happens is, I started with reading one book at a time. What happened is, okay, if that book I liked it, it's well well and good. If I like the idea of the book, I liked whatever the author wanted to say, I completed it, well and good. But let's say the book is not that great and it does not speak my language, I do not finish it. I try very hard to finish it, but you cannot finish it. Then you simply lose everything. You simply lose the motivation to finish books. By reading multiple books, what happens is you're still in that process of reading. You're still in the process of slow burn cooking. You're not cooking that one particular dish where you're putting in all of your efforts. You're just having a slow burn of many different meals. And people feel that by reading a lot of books, there will be a lot of mental clutter, there'll be a lot of confusion in your mind. But it's not actually the case. Your brain is not supposed to store information. Your brain is supposed to ideate information. In fact, this will give you a very, very unique perspective. When you're reading multiple books, subconsciously you are also connecting all of those books. Subconscious mentality, I feel I'm connecting all of those books together. So you're already forming your own narrative in your mind. So this is a very effective strategy. I won't recommend you to read one book at a time, because unfortunately, if the book is not that great, you lose all hope to finish books. The third strategy is intrinsic motivation. So I've talked a lot about this in one of my videos where I've talked mostly about self-help books. I have a pet peeve against those generic self-help books which tell you to work hard, play hard, dream big, aim higher, those kind of things. They're very generic books. I don't like reading those kind of books. So intrinsic motivation is basically, why do I want to read that book? What value do I get after reading that book? I have a personal story. I have had certain experiences in my life, and I want to know how can a book help me channelize those experiences and help me crystallize my belief systems. So for this, I need to first understand, why do I need to read this book? Before picking up any book, I try to spend a lot of time knowing what the book is about and knowing why should I read this book. This is very important because you don't want to waste your valuable time in reading a book that does not speak your language, right? Just the other day, I was talking to a friend. He was telling me about how he's reading a book about sleep cycles and how the author has done extensive research, years and years of research on different subjects, where he's tried to simulate how people sleep, how people wake up, how their hormonal changes come along when they are in their REM sleep cycles. So that was very interesting to me, and then I understood that yes, this is something I need to work on as well. I have been having trouble sleeping lately, so that's why I need to pick up this book to fix it. So there should be a cause and effect motivation to read any book which you want, even fiction. So let's say you are a writer and you want motivation to write a novel. You can start reading fiction and try to understand, okay, how the author is writing. It's just like watching a movie and trying to understand how did the director direct the screenplay. Just start asking yourself, why do you want to read this book, and it will be very clear to you what kind of books you want to pick up. The fourth rule is the 20% rule, which I have developed for myself. It's a very, very simple rule. I just try to put in effort to read 20% of the book. After 20% of the book, if I don't feel that I'm reading the book naturally, I don't finish the book. So this is a very important thing to understand, that you're not here to read everything that there is. You just cannot grasp every piece of knowledge there is out there. People always feel they have to know everything, they have to read everything, and they have to understand stories and understand analogies. No, you're not meant for that. You have to accept that there's a certain limitation to our mind, there's a certain limitation to our energy. So whatever you're reading, try reading that effectively. And it's basically an author's responsibility to make you finish the book, and it's not your responsibility. I personally believe great books are those books where I don't have to put any energy. It should feel very natural to me. It should feel that the author is holding my hand and just taking me through a journey. This happens with a lot of writers. You read any of Murakami books, when I'm talking about fiction, you talk about any Murakami book, you talk about any Dan Brown book, you talk about Agatha Christie books. These writers make sure that they are writing something very engaging, and it's their responsibility. You don't have to do anything. Naval Ravikant has always recommended a book called Beginning of Infinity by David Deutsch. He has talked about that book extensively. I've tried so many times to finish that book, but I just could not cross even 10% of the book because it's that heavy, and I feel I'm not at that stage right now where I understand the concepts of the book. Another example is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. They say that it's one of the best pieces of literature ever written. It's the best literature book ever written. I could not complete it. I could not go past 30-40% mark. It's just a fake success metric that you get, that you've finished this book, so you have a bragging right that you've finished this book. It's not important to finish any book. It's not important to finish books. It's important to make sure whatever you're reading, you're getting most value out of it. The last and the most effective strategy that I have been practicing is taking notes from books. Now, this strategy has developed through a lot of years. I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried making cards, I've tried making notes, I've tried making summaries into the books itself, I've tried in my notebooks, I've tried everything, and now I've come up with a digital solution to this. I've come up with a Notion template. I have built this Notion template. So for those who don't know, Notion is basically a very simple, easy to use productivity platform where you can just control everything about your life. You can measure everything about your life, be it your work, your business, your health, finances. You can manage everything on Notion. Notion is basically my bread and butter. I'm specifically going to talk about the book summary section in this video, but if you guys want to know about my productivity systems, how I use Notion for my productivity, please let me know in the comment section. I can think about making a separate video of an entire Notion end-to-end tutorial. So let me show you the template which I have created. After reading a book, you just need to have some actionable points which speak your language, like I said before. Your brain is supposed to generate ideas, not store them. For storing ideas, you need to have an external system. So for that external system, I use Notion. I don't try to store all the ideas in my head. I just put it down all on Notion. So after you have read a book, you need to capture the most important information according to you somewhere. And if you do this in a tabular form, if you do this in an organized manner, you can also connect those ideas and come up with something very, very unique. This is how the workspace looks when I open it. I've called this page the treasure trove of books. It's got a little instruction on how you can use this page. So this is one table where I record the books I have read. I'm taking an example of, let's say, book 1. We are doing book 1. So when you select, let's say you want to read Shoe Dog. Okay, so you just type here, this is the book that you want to read. You can tell the genre of the book. So the genre is biography and business. You can also customize these. So one thing about Notion is that you can customize every little thing on Notion. Once you've added the genre, you can also add the date when you're starting this book. And you have a status. Basically, you have not started, in progress, and done. Let's say in progress, and you write the name of the author here. Okay, so once you've done this, the next section is basically a Kanban board. I'll just show you what it is. It's just a replica of the database which is written here. Let's say when I change this in progress to done, you see that the Shoe Dog page has come here under the done section. So this is just a visual representation of what books I have not started, what books are in progress, and what books I've done. Now, how to capture information? Just click on the book. This opens up another page. I'll just make it full screen. This opens up another page. These are the attributes of the book. The title of the book, I write it down here. And here is the first important question which I always say: why did I pick up this book? What do I want to learn and apply in my life from this book? So you just type here whatever you want, whatever your intrinsic motivation is. The next section is actionable takeaways. So what have I learned which are actionable out of this book? I just type all of those action items here. You can always add new items. It's very easy, it's very intuitive. You can also delete items here. Favorite quotes from the book. If you feel some quotes you really like and you want to brag about those quotes in some parties, you can write those quotes down here. And this is a very interesting section. What surprised me about this book, you generally have one particular thought of what you wanted to learn from this book and you come out learning something else from the book. That also happens. So I like to capture that also, where what surprised me about this book is very, very interesting to me. And this is an extra section, this is an optional section where I feel if I really liked a particular genre, let's say I really liked biography and business, the intersection of these two things, I tried capturing whatever similar books are written in a similar way. So this is how my Notion template is organized. It's an easy user interface. Everything is customizable. Everything is according to what you want. It's not very difficult to use. I've developed this template from scratch on Notion. You can get this template for free. I'll put the link in the description below. You can check out that link. There's a gateway I've put through which you can download this template and start using on your system. Also, if you have any feedback related to this kind of templates, do let me know. I'm thinking of building more such templates for you guys, very easy templates, so that we can have a nice community of productivity and reading and literature all around it. This is something which I'm going to use extensively to capture my own notes. Thank you so much for watching the video till here. I hope you found some value in this video. Try implementing any of these strategies to become an effective reader. Do let me know in the comment section what you thought of this video, and don't forget to like this video and share this video with someone who you feel would be benefited from this video. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you've always shown me. Lots of interesting content is lined up, and I'm going to get back into my active content creation journey. So stay tuned for that. That's all for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.